Hey guys, Toby here. Just decided to do a voiceover for this video because this is the second time I'm posting is a time lapse of a 1 hour speed sculpt of the male torso. So this is the second time I'm speed sculpting the male torso, and comparing it to the previous one, it's way better. So I'm going to put a picture of the previous one up on the screen. So I'm glad I can see I'm making progress in terms of my sculpting technique, my anatomy knowledge, and all that. I feel like a lot of my progress I've made is through speed sculpting, although I haven't been consistent enough in it, so my progress is limited. But it still helps a lot. Speed sculpting, observing, even when I'm not sculpting, sometimes if I see pictures and stuff like that, I take note of muscles, forms, and things like that, and I feel like that's helped a lot. Because if you notice here, this male torso, although not perfect, is way more anatomical than the previous one. The previous one was very stylized, with a lot of stylized proportions, stylized anatomy. It's just like having the anatomy there, but the anatomy is not the anatomy is there, but the anatomy is not, how can I put, accurate. So I'm glad my anatomy knowledge is better. And as always, I sculpted with the reference on the side. My reference I took from pictures, some drawings which labeled muscles, and pictures from the world popular screen caps from the world popular Anatomy for Sculptors book. If you're a sculptor, traditional or digital, or even a 2D artist, that book is invaluable because it contains a lot. It contains a lot. I haven't used it much yet, but if I'm looking for anatomy reference to sculpt from, that book is a number one go-to, honestly, because it has a lot, quite a lot. It has pictures, diagrams, breakdowns, and everything you need. Explanations of muscles, how they think, and if you know all that, it really helps a lot in your sculpting. Although I don't know if it's advisable to just pick up the book and read from beginning to end. I don't think most people do that. It's not likely. But you don't really need to learn all the names of all the muscles. You just need to know that, all right, on this part of the body, these are the muscles that are there. These are the forms that the muscles make there. Because to be honest, when we sculpt, we're not sculpting the muscles themselves, we're just sculpting the surface, but the surface is affected by the muscle. Some people might learn to sculpt characters or draw characters without learning the muscles and the anatomy, but knowing what is under the skin, the structure under the skin, really helps a lot in bringing out a good result, a good accurate result. So I think I've strayed a lot. So I feel the Anatomy for Sculptors book is really good. And well, I don't know, is there any more commentary to make on this video? Well, enjoy the sculpt. It was really fun doing this. I've been having a lot of problem recently with consistency with speed sculpting, but I'm getting back into it. Yeah, with the help of a friend and some friends of mine who are also 3D artists. It's really good to have a community, not just the general 3D arts community. It's really good to have people that you actually communicate with, because all right, there's this guy, Chino Obiajulu. I'm not sure if I pronounced his name correctly. He's also a Nigerian like me, so I'll put his Instagram, Twitter, and yeah, I'll put his Instagram and Twitter links in the descriptions. So he's a 3D artist like me. by chance we met online and we've been chatting quite frequently. To be honest, without his presence, even with my laziness and my inconsistency, without his presence, I wouldn't have reached this where I am presently. Even though presently I'm not where I'm supposed to be because I've been lazy, I've been inconsistent, and I'm fighting that seriously. But with his help, I've been able to move forward. There was this time I was having this kind of, can I call it an art block? I don't know how long have I been doing art that I'm having an art block. I'm not sure. So I was having this period, this very uninspired period. I had like two unfinished projects and I couldn't even encourage myself to do anything else. Then he came up and he was like, hey bro, what if we pick a reference, a 2D reference, and we both sculpt and then we both make a character, our own versions of the character in 3D before the deadline. And we did that. And after that, for a while, I was feeling super motivated. I felt like I could do anything. I started speed sculpting more often, and I was getting better. Recently, I was having a similar issue, and we kind of did the same thing again. I'm not done with that one though, but I'll finish it soon. But we're doing the same thing too again, and it's really helping a lot. It's really good to have, and the thing, one of the reasons it helps a lot. Hope this video isn't getting too long. One of the reasons it helps a lot is because Chino and I, although Chino is better than me, but we're not too far from the same level. Or he's obviously better than me, but we're not too far from the same level. So if you have someone at about the same level as you can use that person as motivation, because it's like those kind of anime friendly rivalries where there's this guy and there's the main character and the anti-hero, or the main character's best friend or something, and then they keep egging each other on and reaching power levels and stuff like that. That's how it is. You just keep getting better, you both keep getting better, you grow together, and eventually, I don't know, eventually you both get good really fast. I'm not saying you should envy other artists, but that is wrong. That is terribly wrong. If you envy other artists, you'll end up looking down on your own work, and in the end, other than getting encouraged, it could lead to depression, to an art block, unproductiveness in general. So rather than envying other artists, you can use them to encourage yourself, in like looking at them like, this is my goal, not necessarily my goal, but this is a level I want to reach and even surpass eventually.
I'll shatter through my limits in my own way, on my own terms.
So I hope you guys are getting my gist. So I think I've talked enough. Bye, and enjoy the rest of the video.